Centralia teenager Zack Rager went for a swim and jumped into the Chehalis River in Lewis County and died. He suffered from cold water shock. A new bill called Zack's Law is being introduced in Olympia right now, and it would introduce cold water shock warning signs.
Zack's family wants to pass the law this year so that the same tragedy doesn't happen to anyone else. Peter Choi spoke to Zack's family tonight, and he explains why cold water shock can be so dangerous. Peter.
Yeah, Zack's stepfather tells me tonight that this law is not meant to limit water recreation. He wants the parents and kids to think twice before jumping into water and learn what cold water shock can do to them.
I really didn't know what to do. And we're not ever prepared for that knock on the door.
Zack's stepfather, Hines, remembers Zack as an athlete who enjoyed jumping into water.
They got to the bridge and he decided, because it was really nice out, he wanted to jump in, and he didn't realize how cold that water was going to be.
Then he got unexpected news that Zack is dead, suffered from cold water shock.
We don't want to eliminate these recreations from the people and the kids and the families and the people of Washington. What I want to do is I want to educate so people know when's the right time, you know, what kind of protections they should have, what kind of education they need.
With the cold water shock, often death is within 1 to 2 minutes just from inhaling that water.
Spokane Fire Medical Services manager says sudden exposure to cold water can cause dramatic changes in breathing.
Your heart is beating rapidly at the same time that your skin, because the skin senses the cold and constricts all of its blood vessels to try to shunt blood to your brain.
And losing control of muscles in less than a minute. She says even a well-trained swimmer can die from this sudden immersion in water, especially if you have a pre-existing heart condition.
They may have arrhythmias that they're not aware of yet, and then when they push their body to that extreme, that's when things like arrhythmias present themselves, unfortunately.
My wife and I stood on the riverbanks for 28 days looking for our son's body, and I don't feel that anybody should have to go through that. You know, if we can save at least one family, then all of this was worth it.
And Zack's parents were in Olympia for a public hearing today. No word on when a vote will happen yet. Live in studio tonight, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.